Have you noticed that no matter who we send to Washington, things still seem to get harder for us here at home? How can that be? Are our politicians inept, or are they corrupt? Well, the answer to both of those questions is yes, and we deserve better. My name's Steve Cox, and I present myself as an independent candidate for Congress in California's 39th Congressional District, not as a partisan of the left or of the right, but as one of you, the frustrated majority of Americans who simply want honest representation in government and sensible, fact-based solutions to the issues of our time. The growing number of regular people who feel trapped in a system that simply doesn't work for us. You know, I geek out on data, philosophy, and policy. I really love it. And I can bloviate all day long, and often do, about what I believe and, more importantly, why I believe it in regard to every issue of national importance. But the sad fact is that right now, policy doesn't really matter because the representatives we send to Washington don't even work for us. They say otherwise, but they work for big business lobbyists. And the Democratic and Republican parties themselves are beholden to the exact same industries and companies for funding. So even the rare representative who refuses to take any of that lobbyist blood money for their campaigns is completely hamstrung by their own party and can't get anything done for our benefit. That is our system today. You know, we talk a lot about democracy in our country, but democracy requires that the people get what they vote for. This isn't a democracy. We haven't gotten what we voted for on any significant scale in at least 40 years, and it's only getting worse. So my candidacy isn't actually about fixing any of these issues that I agree must be fixed, like healthcare, climate change, immigration reform, ending these endless wars, etc. We need to crawl before we can walk, and walk before we can run. So first things first, we need to fix our democracy, because until we do that, nothing else will change. We must have representatives who live up to their title and represent us. And the only way I believe we're going to get there peacefully is to kick both of these parties the hell out of office. First here in the 39th Congressional District of Southern California, and then in as many other districts as we can across the nation until such a point that these two corrupt parties are forced to choose between changing their behavior and extinction. And as far as I'm concerned, as an independent, I'm okay either way. But in order to do this, we must be strong enough, courageous enough, not to fall for the divisions that are foisted upon us by the partisan media in order to keep us in a constant state of fear and division. You know, we're told to fear the outside threat, told to fear each other. But our only true enemies are those who foster these divisions. As was once famously said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. This is the oldest tactic in the political playbook, divide and conquer. It's been employed by governments to control their people for literally thousands of years. But need I remind you who we are? This is the United States of America. We, the American people, are not to be controlled by any government. That's not who we are. We're an unruly bunch at our roots, and it's about damn time we dig those rebellious roots back up and put them to use standing up to these two corrupt parties who have monopolized our government for their own gain while we're all left behind. So as this campaign continues to the 2020 primary and beyond, you'll hear a lot from me about what I believe we need to do, why I believe we need to do it. But as an independent who was born in Fullerton and who's lived in this community my entire life and who will never take any lobbyist money, I can make you one promise nobody else in this race can make. My only loyalty is to you, because I'm one of you. I have no parties tying me down and no big money donors pulling my strings. A vote for me is a vote for us, the regular people of the 39th Congressional District. It's a vote for the only kind of true, lasting change that we can hope for. It's the start of a movement which can take time, but it's a movement that must succeed if we ever hope to have control over our own government and our own lives. What better place than here, and what better time than now? So in asking for your support, I'm asking for you to summon the courage to take a giant leap with me away from politics as usual and to declare your independence from this two-party trap. Because to get the change we deserve, we must be willing to stand together as a community against these petty divisions and partisan games where the parties and their corporate donors always win and we, the people, always lose. So if you agree, I need your help. Please follow our page here. Share this video. Talk to your friends, family, and neighbors about our movement. Go to our website at voteforcox.com and volunteer to host an event or donate to the campaign. Because remember, I'm not taking money from big business. I need your support. We're all in this together, and we need all the help we can get in this fight for actual democracy. Thank you. I'm Steve Cox, and I'll see you out there.